I want to be something different, this, that. But you see the same person, by the time you're 40, 45, you begin to walk like your mother, talk like her, sit like her, stand like her. Have you noticed this happening to you? Because the genetics are taking over. We call this traditionally as karma. Karma means past memory is ruling the present. If memory rules the present, if your memory structures who you are, you have no life of your own. You're just an extension, you're a recycle, you're not a fresh life. Spiritual process means just this, that you want to break away from the limits of your memory, because memory means there is evolutionary memory, there is atomic memory, there is elemental memory, there is genetic memory, conscious, unconscious, articulate, inarticulate, there are many kinds of memories. You want to transcend this so that you become a fresh life, your experience of life is completely fresh. Otherwise, you're just a recycle of the past. Why same problems exist after 100 generations is simply because nobody breaks the memory cycle. There is these words which are all misunderstood today. There is something called as samsara. Samsara means, in Tamil it's become samsara means wife, because she keeps them on the rope and keeps them run around. Samsara means cyclical movement. That is, everything that is physical in the existence is in a cyclical movement. You take an atom, it is doing this. You take the planets, it is doing this. You take the galaxy, it's doing this. You take the whole cosmos, it is doing this. Everything that's physical is in cyclical movement. So if your entire experience, particularly if your identity is completely rooted in your physicality, you will also be in a cyclical motion. If you want to break this, a dimension beyond physicality has to come into your experience. If you touch something beyond your physical nature, then we are saying this is spiritual. You went to temple, church, mosque, wherever, this is not spiritual. There you're going, what is the prayer about? What is the prayer about? Dear God, give me this, give me that, save me, protect me. Hello? This is just survival, outsourced. So if you want to break the cycle, then you have to touch a dimension which is not physical in nature. Once you touch something that is not physical in nature, there is no cyclical movement, because you have become free from all the memory bank that you have. So whether you have chemical issues within you, whether you have pathological issues, genetic issues, you can break away from that. Maybe certain people will need more striving, certain people will come out more easily, that is always there. But for everybody there is a way. So when I say all your ailments, if they are infections, they're different. They come from outside, it's an invasion, you have to deal with it. But rest of the things are manufactured within you, this is your cause. Fundamentally, you have to see, my physical health, my mental health is my responsibility, 100%. If you see this, then methods are available to come out. We have all the compassion, because I want you to understand, if you have a physical ailment, you will get compassion from everybody. If you have a mental ailment, you will get ridicule from everybody. So particularly people who are suffering any kind of mental ailments, depression, anxiety, whatever, they need double the compassion that physical ailments need. But normally in societies, they get ridicule because it is very difficult. It's very difficult to decide whether this person is really sick or making it up, or they're acting it up to get something out of me, or what it is you can't make out. One time it looks real, another time it looks like it's made up. So, unfortunately, both for the one who is suffering and those who live around them, it is a constant struggle. But the most fundamental thing is, whoever you are, whatever condition you are, first and foremost thing to understand is, physical and mental health is my responsibility. It can go out of hand, it's always there. Whatever you do, we may die, whatever we do, we may become sick, that's a different matter. But it is our responsibility. If you see this, there is a way to touch the very source of creation which is throbbing within you. When the source of creation, which made this entire complex body out of avkai and chintatokku, when it can do this, it can also do some repair job, isn't it? Hello? One who manufactures the whole thing, can't he do some repair job? You have lost access to it. You think for everything there's a solution outside. Yes, when we need help, we will take help. When things have gone out of control, we seek help from outside. But fundamental thing is to take responsibility. Today, genetic sciences, neurosciences and also psychiatrists are beginning to speak that whatever the condition, it is possible to alter this from within. Only thing is how. There are many ways for how. Yoga is a technology. Yoga does not mean twisting and turning your body as most people are doing. It is a technology of taking charge of this. One thing is very clear, even if you go to the doctor, they're only giving you a pill, isn't it? What is a pill or a tablet? Just a certain amount of chemicals. If you put these chemicals, it lifts you out of your depression, it makes your anxiety go a little bit. It may not permanently go, at least for those few hours, it's down. So essentially, human experience has a chemical basis. Your joy is a certain kind of chemistry, your misery is a certain kind of chemistry, anxiety is one kind of chemistry, tranquility is another kind of chemistry, ecstasy is one kind of chemistry, agony is another kind of chemistry. All human experience has a chemical basis to it. This is the greatest chemical factory on the planet, most complex and sophisticated chemical factory on the planet. The question is only, are you a great CEO or a lousy CEO? That's all the question is. That may sound brutal when you're sick. When you're sick, there is compassion. But when you're well, you must take responsibility for this. Otherwise, you will make yourself sick. Everybody has an excuse as to why I should not get up from my bed and cry in my bed. Everybody has some reason, isn't it? Hello? Yes or no? Everybody has some pain somewhere about something. Somebody died, somebody did not… somebody is born, somebody is not born, all kinds of things. There is no human being who doesn't have a reason to push themselves into some kind of mental dip. Everybody has or not, there is a reason. Some people get there, some people don't get there. Is it always intentional? No. But there is an inner intent. That intent may not be a conscious intent. There is a chemical intent, there is genetic intent. Your atte was depressed, now you don't know why. You are fine and suddenly you're depressed because there is a genetic intent. But this intent can be altered if you take charge of yourself.
You would have heard about this word, deja vu. మీ అందరికి కూడా అనిపించుంటుంది కదా, అప్పుడప్పుడు ఏదో చూస్తాం, ఇది ఇంతకుముందు కూడా అయ్యిందే, ఇలాగే జరిగిందే అని అనిపిస్తుంది. సో ఐ ఆల్వేస్ స్ట్రాంగ్లీ…
సినిమాలో అలా జరుగుతుందా? అదే సీన్ చూపిస్తారా?
అది ఇట్స్ కాల్డ్ సమ్ లూప్ ఎఫెక్ట్. దెర్ ఆర్ సమ్ 4 or 5 films made which keeps repeating itself. But in life I felt strongly few times, I know it's not possible, but I saw something and I thought, exactly ఇదే ఇలాగే ఇంతకుముందు జరిగింది. అది ఎందుకంటారు? వాట్ డూ యూ థింక్ ఇస్ దట్?
బ్యాడ్ డైరెక్షన్ అండి, అదే సీన్ వస్తుంది.
ఎవరు డైరెక్టర్? దేవుడా? ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ సమ్ చిన్న గ్లిచ్చా, ప్రాబ్లమా మన మైండ్లో, లేదంటే దానికి ఏమన్నా వెనకాల ఒక బ్యాక్ స్టోరీ ఏమైనా ఉందా?
There are many dimensions to it, but one thing is, most people are afraid of anything that's unfamiliar. They have a fear of unfamiliar. So, they have set up a mechanism within themselves, they're looking for the familiar. Either they will do what you said just now, I have seen this somewhere, otherwise they'll look at somebody and say, oh, she looks just like my sister. She doesn't look like your sister.